Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Tuesday, August 4th. We've had a very active morning across the Wallops region and really across the entire Delmarva. There has been several confirmed tornadoes across the Delmarva, the closest one being uh, confirmed at Stockton, Maryland, just south of Snow Hill, which did a little bit of damage. We also have seen tornadoes across Delaware and across near Mardella Springs, Maryland as well. But it does look like the tornado threat is well north of us now. Not expecting any more tornado threat today. Also, the heavy rain threat is well north of us. And the only threat now that we're continuing to see is very strong gusty winds. Strongest winds so far has been around 68 miles per hour at Wallops. We're seeing frequent sustained winds of around 50 miles per hour, and we're going to start to see those winds die down a bit as we get closer to lunchtime, and those winds are going to shift from southeasterly, where they were really doing some damage, to more southwesterly as that storm wraps around us and moves north across the area. Currently seeing a brief lull in the winds as we're really close to the center, especially if you're in the Salisbury area. You've noticed those winds die down as of the 9:45 to 10 a.m. time frame, as that center of the storm is really near us, allowing that pressure gradient to relax. But those winds should increase again as we get towards the next couple of hours. And then as we get toward the mid to late afternoon, finally seeing that storm move well north of the area and conditions becoming much more pleasant. Let's take a look at our surface analysis. There's Tropical Storm Isaias as of 9Z this morning, crossing the North Carolina-Virginia border. It's now pretty much just over the Chesapeake, due west of Salisbury, and going to continue to make that north-northeasterly trek across the region as we go throughout the day today. Let's take a quick look at our radar loop. Like I said, seeing that center of that storm pretty much due west of Salisbury right now, it looks like, and that's what's allowing us to have a break in those winds. The winds have really died down when they were gusting to 60 miles per hour or higher here at Salisbury, and then close to 70 miles per hour down across the Wallops region, especially over there on the island. We are going to see those winds pick up when they shift more southwesterly as this storm wraps around and starts to move north-northeasterly. Still seeing a bit of a heavy rain and tornado threat across the far northern portion of the Delmarva, but like I said, really the only rain we have left at Wallops is going to be this little bit of wraparound moisture that's moving across the region as of 10 a.m. currently, and maybe a spotty shower that's very isolated and weak behind this, but otherwise just going to be seeing those gusty winds continue for the next couple of hours. They will be slowly weakening, especially as we go into the early afternoon. Let's take a quick look at our satellite loop as well. There you see the swirls from Tropical Storm Isaias moving up the mid-Atlantic coast. We are seeing those that storm continuing to move north. It is currently, like I said, just west of Salisbury. You could even see on that satellite before it decided to refresh here a little bit of clearing just to the west of Salisbury, where that center of that circulation is. So taking a brief look at our upper level winds this morning, seeing those winds southerly pretty much across the entire column, very windy, but pretty uniform, running about 65 to 75 knots across the entire column. Pretty high freezing level this morning, which is normal with tropical systems just slightly above 14,000 feet. Taking a look at our forecast for today, going to be seeing those temperatures rise towards the late afternoon hours to around 85 degrees. We should get some more sunshine here once we get to the early afternoon hours. We're going to continue to see those gusty winds, gusts perhaps as high as around 55 miles per hour. I do believe the highest wind gusts could possibly be over with. And then we'll see those winds slowly die down with gusts to 45 miles per hour by noon from the southwest, and then continuing to slowly decrease throughout the afternoon hours. And once we get towards sunset at the very latest, we should be able to drop that wind advisory, as those winds will be lowered down to 8 to 13 knots and slightly gusty. And then seeing those southwesterly winds continue only around 7 to 12 knots after midnight tonight. Like I said, it looks like our rain really is over, other than some spotty showers over the next hour or two. Not really seeing a chance of rain for the afternoon hours. Can't rule out a slight chance of a sprinkle, but looking unlikely at this time. We are going to possibly see another little wave of energy moving across the area between 8 p.m. and midnight. That could give us another chance for some showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm running only around 20 percent chance or so of seeing that at Wallops. We are going to be seeing a low of around 74 tonight, and by tomorrow morning, everything is going to really be back to very seasonable and normal conditions with a very pleasant morning, and then we'll see another pretty average summer day with some diurnal thunderstorm chances. So only going to be seeing a couple more hours of these very windy conditions across the region before things start to return back to normal. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, seeing some low clouds and restricted visibilities out there due to the onshore flow and very moist conditions, seeing those ceilings down to around 1,000 feet. We'll continue to see that throughout the morning hours. Then they'll lift to around 2,500 feet or so, and things will start to dry out in the lower levels. And then seeing really partly cloudy skies by the late afternoon, only expecting a few at 2,500, scattered at 6,000, scattered at 25,000 by 4 p.m. And as we go into tonight, we'll see just a few clouds near 1,000 feet, scattered to broken between about 2,500 to 4,000 feet until midnight, and then seeing really mostly clear skies as we go towards sunset tomorrow morning. A few clouds at 1,000 feet, a few at 4,000, and perhaps a few at 10,000. We're seeing tides a little bit high, of course, due to those very strong southeasterly winds helping to usher that water into the Delmarva Atlantic coast, seeing tides about 1 foot above normal, but those should subside pretty quickly once we get those southwesterly winds later this morning towards noon, and then really not going to be seeing any lingering effects from that once we get towards the afternoon and evening. So it should be any increased tides we're seeing is going to be very, very short-lived. Let's take a look at some models across the region. Here's that satellite again that's updated, and you can see a little bit of the darker spots just where that center is, indicating possibly a little bit of clearing right in the center of that storm. So let's take a look at our HRRR model. This is going to show us our wind gusts. This is wind gusts at 10 a.m. Still showing the strongest wind gusts along the Delmarva Atlantic coast, a little bit weaker once we get towards Salisbury and west of Salisbury. As we go throughout the next couple of hours towards noon, you can see those winds are really going to decrease, especially along across the Wallops region, becoming gusts only around 30 miles per hour by 2 p.m. And then by 4 p.m., seeing those gusts dive down below 25 miles per hour, continuing to decrease as we go into the evening and overnight hours. This is our precipitation model here. Like I said, that rain threat is pretty much done. We're only going to see of sprinkles over the next couple hours across Wallops. But then you can see that additional piece of energy starting to move across the region, sparking off another round of showers, mainly after 8 p.m., but only looking like a 20% chance of seeing an additional shower or storm between 8 p.m. and midnight across Wallops. Taking a little bit look at the longer range here, there's Tropical Storm Isaias. It's going to be departing tonight. This is 8 p.m. this evening, so by 8 p.m. it's going to be well away from the mid-Atlantic. It's going to be over New England, giving them some problems and some potential flooding and gusty winds. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to see some light flow, and that's going to be giving us some chances for pop-up showers of thunderstorms, as we're going to have some very moist boundary layer conditions, as well as those temperatures rising back to the upper 80s. We're going to be seeing this boundary with some upper-level troughiness start to develop as we go into tomorrow night and Thursday. That's going to continue the possibility of some showers and storms even into the late night Wednesday night, giving us a little bit of a higher chance for some scattered showers and storms on Thursday, running around 50 to 60% chance as we get that upper level troughiness hanging out with those very moist conditions on the surface. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 80s from Thursday through about Sunday. So we're going to be seeing some very persistent conditions with daily chances for showers and storms as we go throughout the rest of the work week and into the weekend as well. It does look like those chances for showers and storms will be a little bit less as we go Saturday into Sunday. Still going to be seeing temperatures into the mid to perhaps upper 80s. And then it looks like once we get into Sunday, not seeing too high of chances, just very slight chances. The atmosphere finally starts to dry out a little bit, and then continuing to be dry as we go into Monday, but still going to be seeing some chances for some isolated pop-up showers and storms to start next week too. So take a look at our 7-day forecast. We saw that rain early today. We're going to continue to see strong gusty winds for the next couple of hours. Temperature is going to get up to 85 towards the late afternoon. And tomorrow's going to be looks like the warmest day in the extended outlook. Temperatures will be close to 90 degrees. seeing those afternoon thunderstorms develop as well. And then really Thursday through Saturday is going to be a persistence forecast with very similar high temperatures every day and very similar low temperatures. And daily chances around 40 to 50% of scattered showers and storms, especially Thursday and Friday. We might start to see things dry out a bit as we go into Saturday. It's only giving us a 25% chance of showers and storms. Sunday and Monday dries out just a little bit more. Still going to be seeing chances of isolated pop-up showers and storms, but only around 20%, and continuing to see those temperatures in the mid 80s. That will do it for your daily weather briefing. Have a great day.